Your name is warm like summer air, the kind of calm I wanna share. But hers is written in my bones, a memory that never goes. I try to choose the love I hold, but love will move when it grows old. I'm standing still in quiet shame, caught between your names. I didn't ask for hearts to split, but love decides not who we pick. I'm caught between your names, one in my heart, one in my veins. You call me close, she calls me home. Two places I can't choose alone. No matter how I try to change, I'm caught between your names. I'm breaking slowly. You both still hold me. No sides to claim. Caught between your names. Your smile feels like a brand new start, a gentle light inside the dark. But she's the echo in my chest, a ghost that never learned to rest. You see me here but not the fight, the shadows holding me at night. I'm loving both but not the same, caught between your names. I never meant to make you hurt, but love can't bend without it burning. I'm caught between your names. One feels new, the other remains. I try to stay, I try to leave, but both are part of what I breathe. My heart is torn in quiet chain, caught between your names. If love was simple, I'd be true. I know which hand to hold on to, but feelings grow without consent, and now I break with every step. I'm caught between your names, soft goodbyes and warm embraces. No villain here, no one to blame, just hearts that shifted all the same. And even if I walk away, one heart will break, one heart will stay, and I'll forever bear the weight. Caught between your names. Between your names. I felt your warmth like borrowed heat, a touch too quick to ever keep. You stayed just long enough to wait, a promise made that couldn't take. I tried to hold your fading light, a love too soft to stay inside. You slipped away with every breath, leaving softness where love slept. I knew the truth behind your eyes, love was something you couldn't recognize. I was barely love too thin to find its place. I whispered hope like something new, barely holding on to you. You were always slipping like water through my fingers. Nothing I could do, barely holding on to you. Your love was soft but not enough, a fragile sigh, a gentle touch. I tried to love us into life, but love won't bloom without its light. You kept your distance while you stayed close enough to make me wait. But hearts can't stay where they are torn. We break the moment we're half worn. I held you with a quiet plea, but love can't grow where hearts aren't free. I was barely holding on to you, chasing love you couldn't renew. Your silence spoke the loudest truth, no roots were grown between us two. I held you tight, you drifted slow, a fading presence in my hold. I felt the end I always knew, barely holding on to you. Some love ends without goodbye, no flames, no screams, no sharp divide, just quiet souls who drift apart while still pretending in their hearts. Now I'm not holding on to you, I'm letting go of what I knew. No blame to speak, no wound to keep, just love that fell into its sleep. I'll breathe again, I'll start anew without the weight I once pulled through. No more fading, no more proof. I was barely holding on to you. You spoke of love in softened tones, words that sounded like a home, but every vow was paper thin, a quiet tear beneath your skin. I held your hope with steady hand, but you were built like shifting sand. Every time I tried to stay, you slipped a little more each day. I should have seen the warning signs, but I was blinded by your shine. You were fragile as your promise, breaking easy when it got tough. Your heart was close but never mine, a ghost inside the touch we tried. You held me like a gentle song, but fast I couldn't bend. Beautiful but not too many. You were fragile as you promised. Love, a whispered dream that wasn't enough. Love, you stayed in shadows of your doubt. Where love can't live, can't fully sprout. You held my heart but loose and slide. Afraid of breaking if held tight. No truth to keep, no trust to harness. Fragile as your promise. Maybe we weren't meant to grow. Maybe softness needs to go. I'll hold what's warm, I'll let go. Rest some love breaks when it's confessed. You were fragile as you promised, dear. Beautiful but never clear. I'll breathe again, I'll heal the ache. Not every love was meant to stay. And though we never said goodbye, the love we had just learned to die. No blame, no fire, no final harness. Just fragile as your promise. Your voice was soft when you said my name, like something gentle, something safe. But gentleness can learn to sting when it's the only place I cling. I held your love like fragile lace, afraid to touch, afraid to break. You kept me close but never owned a place you visited, not a home. I waited for your warmth to stay, but quiet hearts can slip away. You could tear me with a whisper, just a breath and I fall quicker. Your silence hit me like a flame, soft but burning just the same. I broke so easy under you, a love too thin to see through. No scream, no storm, no bitter shiver. You could tear me with a whisper. Soft destruction, quiet with rupture. No sound but still it blistered. You could tear me. You touched my heart like it was glass. Careful love that couldn't last. You held me close with half a heart, already planning to depart. I tried to speak, but words fell weak, like falling snow against concrete. Some loves die without a fight, just disappear into the night. And maybe softness can doesn't feel like holding air, but I still try to meet you there. So silent you became the fissure. You could tear me. Maybe I loved too delicately. Maybe you feared what love could be. But hearts can only bend so far before they tear in who they are. You could tear me with a whisper. No goodbye, just growing thinner. I learned to breathe without your sound. No longer breaking at the slightest ground. Soft hurt can still cut like a knife. You whispered out of my life. I held your hand in quiet rooms where love felt soft, where hope could bloom. But somewhere else my heart had stayed. A piece of me I couldn't save. You loved me whole, you loved me true, but I was torn between the two. I tried to choose, but choosing hurts. Some love is tangled from the start. I never meant to lay you down, but love can break without a sound. Two hearts, one breaking. One love I'm holding, one love I'm taking. I didn't mean to fall this way, but feelings don't ask who to stay. I tried to give you everything, but half my heart was wandering. I'm sorry for the ache I'm making. Two hearts, one breaking. I didn't wanna choose, and now I only lose. No right path we're taking. Two hearts, one breaking. Your eyes were full of quiet trust, a love so gentle, pure and just. But I was fighting something real, something I never meant to feel. She held the parts I hid away, the past I thought had gone astray. And I was caught between the ties of memory and present life. How do you hold two truths at once without becoming someone crushed? Two hearts, one breaking. Two loves that I kept chasing. I tried to tear 'em never works that slow. Two hearts, one breaking, one love blooming, one aching. No easy words to make this right, no gentle way to sleep tonight. I hope one day you'll understand. I try to love with open hands, but loving to means something shaking. Two hearts, one breaking. I held your love with open hands, afraid to grip in case it bent. You came to me like gentle rain, but gentle things don't always stay. Your voice felt like a quiet room, where something warm had space to bloom. The softness breaks in shifting light, and love dissolved without a fight. I tried to keep the pieces safe, but fragile hearts are hard to save. It was a heart too soft to last, a love that vanished far too fast. We tried to hold it carefully, but some love tears too easily. The tenderness we tried to cast was beautiful but couldn't last. No blame to place, no future fast, just a heart too soft to last. We bruised at every touch, we loved but not enough. The moment came too fast, a heart too soft to last. You looked at me like something dear, but love needs more than just the fear of losing what you never claimed. Soft love still burns, just not the same. We try to talk, but words were thin, like holding on to fragile skin. It ripped the moment we held tight. Some love breaks even when it's right. I learned that softness can be pain when given where it can't remain. It was a heart too soft to last, a silent truth we couldn't mask. We tried to treat it delicately, but fragile love slips easily. We didn't fight, we didn't crash, we just unraveled in a flash. No future there, no shadows cast, a heart too soft to last. And maybe someday someone new will treat your heart as something true, but we were not the place it grew. We were just passing through. It was a heart too soft to last, held in love but held too fast. I'll carry what was gentle there, the warmth, the quiet, the fragile care. No regret, no turning past, just knowing love was too soft to last. Afraid to squeeze, afraid to harm. Your heart was quiet, made of glass, so easy cracked by moving fast. I whispered slow, I held you light, afraid to break what felt so right. But fragile things don't handle time, they fade before they learn to shine. I saw the trampoline smile, like clover leaf after a while. We were torn at the slightest touch, too soft to hold, too weak to clutch. We tried to stay, but stayed too much. Love shattered easy between us. You were close, but not enough. Every heartbeat shook too rough. We didn't break with anger's grudge. We were torn at the slightest touch. Fragile love undone, gone before begun, faded into dust, torn at the slightest touch. You held me like a trembling flame, too scared to burn, too scared to stay. I tried to warm you into love, but warmth alone is not enough. You loved me with a cautious ache, afraid your heart was a mistake. But love can't grow in guarded hand, it slips like water, breaking plan. I knew the ending from the start. Soft love can still break hearts. We were torn at the slightest touch, feather light but still too much. We let the silence speak for us. The words were gone, the trust was dust. Your voice was near but faded slow, a gentle love that couldn't grow. We didn't fight or scream or rush. We were torn at the slightest touch. And maybe love needs stronger hands, something deeper to withstand. But I remember how we tried to love too softly to survive. We were torn at the slightest touch, but even that it meant so much. We didn't fail, we just were small, too fragile to survive the fall. I let you go without a clutch. We were torn at the slightest touch. You held me like a quiet word, soft enough to go unheard. Your love was there but barely seen, like something fragile in a dream. I tried to touch you carefully, but even tenderness can bleed. We lived between Every time I pulled you near, it was love that breaks with breath, too delicate to handle depth, a whisper strong enough to tear, a heartbeat fading into air. We try to hold what couldn't stay, like morning mist that slips away. No fight, no anger, only death of love that breaks with breath. Too light to carry, too soft to marry, gone in a quiet step. Love that breaks with breath. You looked at me with gentle eyes, but love needs more than soft replies. It needs a fire, it needs a weight, not something fading when it shakes. We never meant to let it go, but some things melt before they grow. Your hands were warm, but not enough. Warmth alone can't hold love up. I felt you slipping thread by thread, a goodbye spoken in your head. It was love that breaks with breath, so silent it was hard to detect, a touch too soft to leave a mark, a flame too faint to light the dark. We weren't unkind, we weren't untrue, just too fragile to make it through. No heavy pain, no sharpened edge, just love that breaks with breath. Maybe one day we'll understand how soft love needs a stronger hand, but we were water, barely shaped, a tenderness that slipped away. It was love that breaks with breath, beautiful